Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Anissa and I am the Crafty author. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. I normally do a quilting or sewing tutorial or some kind of a CRICUT project. But today I thought it would be kind of cool to go through my craft room. And so I wanted to show you how I organize my craft room. I have my craft room down in my basement, which is an unfinished space. The reason that I'm down here in my craft room is because originally I was upstairs in our office, and we needed that to be able to have a home office here at our home. And so everything kind of shifted into my dining room. And I think my husband just got a little tired of looking at all the fabric and thread and everything everywhere. Plus, you know how it gets really messy too when you're sewing. So there is that. So now my whole upstairs is nice and pretty and it's always clean. Whereas down here, I can just pretty much do whatever I would like because this is my space and I love being down here. I absolutely love it. So the hope is for one day in the near future to finish it off down here. So I'll have like drywall and carpet and all of that. But until then, you know what? It works just fine for what I need. And so I'm going to give you a tour of my craft room and I hope you love it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is pretty much where I do like scrapbooking and things like that and other miscellaneous things. So here are like my decorative scissors and that sort of stuff. I've got some hole punches. I store some of my glue sticks here, tape and pins and another hole punch and markers and duct tape and stickers. And then if we move on down, I have like flowers and these little, what are they called? Plastic snaps to go with my plastic snap tool, which I still have yet to figure that out. Some ribbon, extra glue guns. I think back there is some fluffy stuff like that faux fur that gets messy and goes everywhere. I've got some bells from some Christmas projects that I did. This really is miscellaneous stuff. This tin can right here is full of buttons. And this actually belonged to my grandmother. And I'm not certain, but I think it might have actually belonged to her mother as well. So I keep buttons in here. Some of them are really old because some of them are still the same buttons that my grandma had. These are tools that I use for jewelry making or wire cutters. And then I have some of these clear epoxy circles. As you can see, I have everything pretty much in here. Oh, looky, more buttons. Let me try to put this down really quick. See what else is in there. Oh, little charms. So, I've got some charms in there and bottle caps from when I was an author and doing book signings. I would make my own book swag. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here trying to put this stuff away. So I would make my own swag, and that's what some of that is. More floral stuff, binding combs for my cinch machine that I have, my binder. And then I have my, I think it's Crocodile, which is an awesome hole punch, and it also does brads. Over here is just kind of a miscellaneous thing. I've got lollipop sticks and barbecue skewers and zip ties. I have so much stuff. I have these sponge paint brushes because I like to paint on canvas. And then down here is just some extra stuff. This here is full of greeting cards. That belonged to my other grandma, and she passed away, I want to say about 3 years ago. And so when we went to clean out her house, I took that. Right here is, as you can see, some metal tin cans that I'm going to put some vinyl on someday. This is more metal signage for vinyl, and I like to do iron-on that, so I'll maybe do a tutorial on that sometime. The rest of this, these stacks, is paper. So cardstock, my dog's tail. There's some rolls of iron-on vinyl in there. Say hi, Sophie. She's always down here with me. She's my little helper. This right here, this is stuff that I got at Hobby Lobby, so I can make wreaths. So at Christmas time, I'll start making wreaths, but I got this stuff at 90% off. So I'm just storing it until I'm ready. Lots of poster board. I like to make things for my grandson. And so I make like Sesame Street stuff for his walls. Here is my glue gun with my glue gun stand. If you are interested, I will put down in the links where I got that from. I love it, by the way. It's amazing. These are CRICUT boxes. They come in sets, and they have all kinds of stuff in there. I actually did a video of a reveal of what was in these. So they come in their own boxes, which is nice because then I can just stack them. More paper, glue. This is my laminating machine and also sticker. So I can roll it through and create stickers with that. This is adhesive, and I just store them in these little buckets. Ribbon. This is embroidery thread. And then all of this here, these Rubbermaid crates, it's ribbon, full of ribbon. Here's some yarn. Here's just where I store my CRICUT mats and my pipe cleaners and rubber bands for like when I make diaper cakes. This is all the canvas that I have. Like I said, I like to paint the canvas and make signs, photo frames, shadow boxes. Now we're moving over to the CRICUT area. So that's my CRICUT machine and my CRICUT tools and the markers for my CRICUT and extra blades. Here is the deco mesh for the wreaths that I'll be making right here. My little CRICUT critters that I made cars for. I did those with my CRICUT machine. Turned out so cute. And then I had to make her a little costume. A cutting mat for paper crafts. This is all iron-on vinyl. Some of my sewing machine cases. My actual Singer sewing machine is in here. I do pull it out and use it. Here is a cart. And this is all for paper crafting. You can see I've got my CRICUT light, my light box here. I've got all kinds of stuff in this little cart. This is my Cuttlebug cart. And it just rolls out. This is my Cuttlebug, and it is an embossing machine. And then the one next to it is where I store my acrylic paints. Of course, there's some heat and bond. I just threw it on there. And as you can see, these little drawers are full of some little boxes, more glue. These are cartridges for my CRICUT machine. Iron-on. More vinyl. The rest of it is just full of vinyl. Okay. You're going to think I'm crazy, but we're going to move on to the next one. Here's another rolling machine. I've got my Mod Podge. I've got some ribbon. And then this is all vinyl and iron-on this cart, with the exception of this deco mesh pipe cleaners that I use for wreaths that I make, and then that. And I do sell some of my wreaths around the holiday time, so more vinyl. And then here is my heat press that I got for Christmas from my father-in-law that I'm super, super excited about. So I can make tons and tons of shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of stuff. And then I have my my CRICUT Easy Press that I like to use for smaller projects, and all of my iron-on that's in here. And here is my quilt wall. And I currently have a quilt that I've been working on. It's a baby quilt with teddy bears. The quilt wall that I made, as you can see, this is just an old tablecloth that we've pinned up onto the wall. And this is where I put all my stuff when I'm designing a quilt. So this actually works really well. There's my iron. My husband and I actually made this. So yeah, it was just plywood to, what am I trying to say here? It's batting, doubled, and then this fabric, and then we just stapled the back of it. Easy, turned out really neat. Over here is my zippers and wagon full of stuff that just I put there, like my blades and stuff from my rotary cutter. This is full of buttons. I love little these little tins. I have basting spray, more buttons, and more buttons, and just needles in there. Okay, so then I'll come over here. This is where I store my fabric. Now, I got this from a garage sale. This is an actual entertainment center that I picked up at a garage sale, I think for 50 bucks. And it works great for storing all of my fabric. These cups are for my iron. I've got water in there, since I don't have water in the basement. This is the baby section of my fabric, and as you can see, I try to keep it very organized and rolled up. Sometimes it's hard, it gets a little messy. These are all scraps. Everything in here is scraps. These are all full of scraps. More sets. These are jelly rolls and just fat quarters and things like that. This is a Christmas project. We'll do that this Christmas. We were supposed to do it last Christmas, but my life was a little chaotic, so we didn't do that. Here's some fleece, and then I've got some super soft cuddle fabric and minky, and baby quilts that need to be finished quilting, some lace and clothespins. And then over here, I have my clover pins, my clips. I've got all my rotary cutters in here, a candle, my little iron for when I do paper piecing. I love this iron because it has steam in it and it just works really, really nice. Threads that I never use. These are all fat quarters. And then, of course, manuals and sewing machine stuff. Extra batting pieces that I like to use for my quilt sandwiches. My thread area looks like a nightmare. These are batting rolls. Lots of batting. I bought these from Joann when they had a big sale. This is the Pellon 100% cotton batting. Interfacing. Haven't opened that yet, but I need to. There's a pillow. And this is my my ironing board right here. When I'm doing paper piecing, this is what I use. I don't use my big ironing board, so I made this cover for this. It's the backside of a June Taylor cutting board, but I like it as the ironing board. And then I have this one. It's my spinny one. And then here is my main area where I do my quilting. This is my cutting table here. I keep all my clamps in here, and then any fabric that I have for each project. That way I know where all of it is. I usually move this over onto the chair, so you usually don't see that. These are all my quilting rulers, and I just got these quilting ruler holders, and I love them. Absolutely love them. So I will link again down below where I purchased those. I got them off of Amazon, but I'll link to the company that sent them. It was Prime shipping, and they were like $14 each. Awesome. I ended up buying 3 of them. So, and they are the Omnigrid ruler pack holders, and you can see you can put more than one ruler on them. So I am going to link to that so you guys can purchase them if you would like. This is my light. Gives me lots of lighting when I'm sewing. And of course my sewing machine that I love, that I got as my Christmas gift. It's just, it sews like a dream. I love it so much. I do have the Janome 9400 QCP. I am not paid spokesperson for them. And then over here, I just have this on my other side of my sewing table so that I can have like my scissors and my seam ripper, my tape measure, some more pins, threads, my quilting gloves, my good sewing scissors. Those are my Ginger scissors. I keep my safety pins in here, and then all my sewing feet and needle plates are in here. So this is how I organize my sewing room. So it's a lot. I know I have a lot of stuff, and my husband reminds me of that every time he comes down here, but he always knows when there's something new in here. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Not tutorial, sorry. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my craft room, and now you can see how I store my items. And if you have any questions, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. I always love hearing from you guys, and I hope I helped inspire you a little bit to organize your craft room, or maybe you're looking at ways to store in a small space or something. So I'm going to say goodbye for now, because I think this video is probably extra long and I'm rambling. And so you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Crafty Author. I have a special Facebook group called The Crafty Author that everybody is welcome to join. I have a blog, craftyauthor.com. You can subscribe to my blog, and I will send you, each time I post a new blog post, you'll get a notification for that. And keep on crafting. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.